Hey, Josh Denning here again, and before we jump into today's video, let's recap briefly what we've covered. Yesterday you learned 92% of business owners are dissatisfied with the service they receive from agency partners. Worse, 57% of marketers don't establish their budgets according to ROI measures, while 28% said they go with gut instincts. In other words, most agencies do not know what they're doing. You also learned not everyone is struggling though. In fact, there's a minority of business owners who are satisfied with the results they receive from agency partners and who are enjoying a predictable approach to growing revenue. And in today's video, I'm going to reveal the second business multiplier and how you can apply it to your business. But first I want to tell you a really quick story. It's about two friends of mine. We'll call them Tom and Richard. Tom is a world-class plastic surgeon who specializes in facial contouring. He's as gifted as he sounds, but despite his world-class talent up until recently, his practice was struggling. He wasn't ranking on the front page of Google, he wasn't generating any leads, he wasn't closing any new business, and if his situation didn't improve, he was going to have to close his practice and work for a competitor. So Tom did what most struggling business owners do. He turned to online advertising. The problem though is Tom's a dabbler. Having no experience with online advertising, Tom tinkered with one marketing tactic after another, never ever really mastering one long enough to produce any tangible results. Not a week went by without Tom calling me to inform me of the latest magic bullet he discovered that guaranteed to skyrocket his practice to the front page of Google. This has of course made him easy pickings for every scammy marketing agency in existence, and his story was always the same. A silver-tongued snake oil salesman would call him out of the blue and promise front-page rankings on Google in 3 months or less with minimal effort. Tom would comply, and in the beginning, he would notice results, albeit slowly, and his website would even climb the ranks of Google a bit. But after 3 months, his practice would be back on page 3 and his complaints would largely go ignored. Tom would repeat this familiar process over and over and over again with one agency after another. It's every business owner's worst nightmare. The thing is, it wasn't really even Tom's fault. He'd been indoctrinated by agency after agency and led to believe 3 months and one ad campaign was enough to save his floundering business. Fortunately, it's not like that for everyone. Take my other friend, Richard, for example. Richard is a third-generation business owner. And when it comes to strategic business development, he's got it down pat. He knows getting a return on investment takes time. In fact, he's willing to invest 12, even 18 months before he pivots to another strategy. Now that's smart. He isn't a jack of all trades. He's a master of some. And unlike his competitors who favor shortcuts, Richard despises hype, typical internet marketing, getting something for nothing, and short-term thinking. No, Richard is different. He has a vision for his company and the customers he's serving. He believes in advertising that converts into profit, value-based marketing, and good old-fashioned hard work. Now, it's easy to argue the differentiator between Tom and Richard is age, experience, knowledge, or something else. But the reality is, it's none of those. The difference between Tom and Richard, other than hiring a reputable agency that knows what they're doing, is their mindset. You see, while Tom was chasing opportunities, Richard was pursuing data-tested strategies. While Tom was viewing paid online advertising as a cost and a liability, Richard was viewing it as an investment and an asset. While Tom worked in his business, Richard was working on his. The truth is, I speak to a Tom every week. In fact, it's the Toms of the world that have led me and lit this fire under me and motivated me to create this free video training series. I don't want you to be a Tom, nor do I want your business to fail because sleazy agencies have misled you like they do everyone else. I want you to be a Richard, and I want your business to succeed. But in order for that to happen, you need to reframe how you perceive paid online advertising. Now here's how. If you're like most business owners, you've probably invested in online marketing before. You might have even tried Google Ads, PPC, or content marketing or other things, but it didn't work for you. The thing is, it's not that the strategy that was at fault. Rather, it was how it was approached. The truth is, while a good SEO agency can help you get noticed in today's noisy marketplace, it's not enough. Granted, they might generate you some traffic for you if they're good, but they don't grow your authority, so Google never gives your business the attention it deserves. Similarly, a good PR agency might build your authority, but they don't do SEO. And while many conversion optimization experts are good at what they do, they can't help you if you don't have your market's share of traffic to begin with. The reality is, in order to gain an edge over your competition and enjoy predictable and consistent growth in your business, you need to combine all three of these services and approach it from the perspective of a strategic investor. This is the basis of the upcoming ROI compounding webinar. In it, I'm going to walk you through 3 steps you need to follow in order to generate more traffic, capture and close more qualified leads, and drive consistent sales growth to your business. But before then, I want you to do me a favor. If you could pull a magic lever and have one thing improve in your business, what would it be? Reply to my email and let me know. I'd love to hear how I can help you. And that's all for today. That's all for now. I can't wait to have you attend the webinar, and I promise you it will be worth the investment of your time. I'll talk to you shortly.